Hello everybody and welcome back to another video here. The Canadians unfortunately could not hold on in this one here, and the Canadians fall 3-2 in the first regulation loss game of the playoffs for either team there. Unfortunate, especially considering the fact that we were up 2-0 in this one. You would like to hold on and at least force overtime in some way, and in a lot of ways we're very close to getting that to happen, but that does not happen, unfortunately. The Canadians just kind of, just let their guard down at the end of the second period there, and in the third period they were sharp, but Braden Hagel gets one that goes off of his chest and finds its way in. It's just another one of those things where the Canadians can't get people out of the front of the net and all that kind of stuff. So that's what ends up going on, and it ends up being a loss for us there. So unfortunate. That's really all there is to say about it. It's just like we played a good game. Obviously, we can play with this team. We've proven it. But also, as I said, this series is going 7 games. It is absolutely going 7 games. I just can't see anything else happening there. But then now, Game 5 back in Tampa becomes a huge matchup. Obviously, it's a big deal, to take a 3-2 series lead as opposed to being down 3-2 and having to win 2 in a row. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Obviously, if the Canadians and Tampa Bay just keep sending games back and forth after each other, the Canadians will end up winning in 7 if that pattern sticks. So obviously that Game 1 win is pretty big for them, but they have to play a little bit better. There's definitely a lot of penalties that are going on in this series, which I don't love. I don't love how much like the amount of times that we're getting penalties here for like minor stick infractions and stuff like that is just super frustrating. Obviously does not help us very much at all. And we spent a bunch of time killing a 5-on-3 late in that third period there, only to get scored on pretty much right after that. So that could have been all time that we are playing in their zone and maybe scoring a goal for ourselves, but instead we're down because we're sitting in the box too much, and they're in the box as well. Obviously it's pretty even, all things considered, but it's just frustrating to be going to the power play and killing penalties over and over and over again. It's just like I just wish that they would let them play a little bit more, but anyway, going into this game, we'll start talking about Zachary Bolduc. He gets his first goal of the playoffs there. A nice little play. He gets a great stretch pass from Caden Gooley and goes in one-on-one, kind of protecting the puck and just kind of guides it towards the net. It goes, I think Vasilevsky tried to poke check this one, and it ends up going up off the poke check and then off of the hand of Bolduc and in the back of the net. He obviously deemed that was not a hand pass into the goal or whatever. It just kind of deflected off of him and went in. So obviously that counts as a goal there. It's his first of the playoffs. Caden Gooley gets his first point, and Texier picks up his second point there on the third assist. A little bit after that, Cole Caulfield finds his way to the back of the net for the first time in the series, scoring his first goal of the playoffs on the power play. Suzuki gets a nice assist. Cole Caulfield, the reason why he scores this goal as well is because Cole has spent the entire time in these last 3 games or so trying to be on that down low area, or be kind of in a one-timer position on that bottom left side. This is the first time I've seen him actually cut towards the middle of the net and try to find a way to score on his forehand there from kind of towards the right side or in front of the net there. It's the first time I've seen him go to the front of the net, and he gets rewarded for it. Suzuki finds him and he taps one home to make it 2-0. Suzuki's 4th assist and Lane Hudson's 2nd assist of the playoffs there. So I really like that. I want to see Cole moving around a little bit more. I feel like he's been very much sealed off so far in this playoffs. Obviously, when you score 50 goals, they're not going to let you just kind of skate around and do whatever you want, which makes sense. But, so he's got to move around a little bit better, find a way to get himself into scoring positions. It's exactly what he did in this game there. That's what he gets the goal for. Very nice there. Should have gone to the intermission up 2, but unfortunately with less than a minute to go, Jake Gensel kind of shakes his guy. Struble is on him, but then he kind of just shakes him off. Struble is still on him pretty much the entire time, but he doesn't really have very good body position there. He's a little bit behind the play, so he's on Gensel, but Gensel still has a stick available, and a nice pass finds him from Moser, and he's able to tap that one home and make it 2-1. They damn near made it 2-2 at the very end of the second period as well. We got lucky to get out of that one clean there, but we go down 2-1 there. Slavkovsky took an absolute monster hit. He came back, but But yeah, that was a tough hit. I think it was personally clean, but you never want to see one of your guys, especially a star player like Slav, go down to a big hit like that. That doesn't really feel great. So, I think that kind of maybe took the wind out of the sails of the Canadians a little bit, and maybe gave Tampa what they needed to come back into this one. And then into the third period, we take another penalty because, of course, like there's just so many penalties, so much undisciplined play. It's really frustrating to watch, and it's exactly what Tampa Bay wants as well. Like it's like they want us to kind of lose our heads and take penalties and stuff. That's exactly what we ended up doing for the most part in the end of this game here. But a penalty, this one in particular, like the one from Kapanen who they score on here, is just like I don't even think there was a penalty there. They just seem to like when anything gets like even remotely close to being a penalty or whatever, they're blowing it down every single time. I don't know if they're trying to do it to like calm down the series or whatever, so that we don't get into more fights or whatever. But it's frustrating to just be constantly playing like odd man hockey. It's just like I would love to just see the game be 5-on-5 and we'll see who's the better team. But unfortunately, we just keep going to the power play, penalty kill, power play, penalty kill over and over again. So frustrating, but Brandon Hagel makes really easy work of a Kucherov pass. We weren't able to, protect the cross crease. And whenever you got Kucherov with space and time, he's going to be able to, make those passes. And Hagel does not make any mistakes there. He just gets a really easy cross crease tap in. Nobody's there to protect that pass. And all of a sudden, we're all square at 2. And then in kind of the final 5 minutes there, Kucherov kind of gets one on the right side wall. He just kind of throws it towards the net, and this is the problem we've had all season because it goes off of Hagel's like chest and into the back of the net for what is now his 6th goal in this series here through 4 games. So unreal for him, obviously, but. We've seen this all season long where the Montreal Canadiens defensemen are not able to clear bodies out of the front of the net area. And exactly what happens in that situation is if there's a body available, goes off of that body and it goes in. If we are able to clear Hagel out of there, that puck goes wide and it's a 2-2 game going to overtime more than likely. So it's frustrating to have a mistake that we're making a lot over the course of a season be the thing that loses you a playoff game, and that's exactly what happens there. But also just Hagel's just got the touch right now. You can't really hate on him too much. He's doing what he needs to do to get their team the win, and that's exactly what they do. We had some good chances at the end there. Obviously, there was a power play to kind of end the game there. Had some good chances, some good looks, but unfortunately, we're doing a whole lot of passing and not a lot of getting to the front of the net and getting pucks there. And when they do get pucks towards the net, they just get blocked away by the defensemen. So it's frustrating. It's frustrating to lose a game like that, especially when you're up 2-0. As I said before, you would like to take 2-0 to the bank or whatever with your team at home with the fans going crazy like they always do. It's just frustrating to see that happen. So not much else to say. I mean, it's just we gotta be consistent. We gotta be more disciplined. We gotta find ways to get more pucks to the net. Only had 18 shots on goal in this game. Tampa only 20 to be fair, but even still, like you gotta be a little bit better, in my opinion, if you want to find a way to win this series here. But none of like the good news is that these 4 games are nothing now, right? Like you throw them all away. We are now playing a best of 3 series against the Tampa Bay Lightning to see who goes on to that second round there. So that's really all there is to it. We're going to Tampa for game 1 of this brand new 0-0 series, right? We got to find a way to get that game 1 win. And then we have got 2 chances after that to win in advance after that. So a big game, absolutely massive game coming up for the Montreal Canadiens against the Tampa Bay Lightning in Tampa for Game 5. That'll be an exciting one. We got a couple days off as well. It is not until Wednesday, time to be determined, as according to the NHL app that I'm looking at right now. But yeah, a Wednesday night game in Tampa. Pretty much everything on the line right there. It's not quite Game 7, but it's gonna be a tough game for both parties there. Obviously, the Tampa faithful are gonna be loud, not as loud as the Bell Center crowd. They've been really exciting to watch and listen to over the last 2 games here, but it's gonna be a big game. Like there's no two ways about it. It's going to be a huge game for Montreal. If they can get the win there and get a 3-2 series lead, that would be huge. They'll have two chances to then eliminate the Tampa Bay Lightning in either 6 or 7 games there. So obviously you really want to win that game 5. We play pretty well away from home. I think in a lot of ways we should have won every game this series so far. I mean, but especially game 2, we were really all over them and just couldn't find a way in overtime there. But yeah, I think we got a way to find a way. It's gonna be game 5. It's a big game coming up. So it's going to be a good one. We need our star players to play a little bit better as well. Obviously, we got Cole Caulfield on the board finally, but it was on the power play. I feel like 5-on-5, our top line in particular, has not really been carrying the mail all that much. I would like to see a little bit more from them, maybe with a couple days off and going back into Tampa or whatever. We can kind of, flip the script a little bit, get those guys going. We need them to be going just as hard as the rest of our lines are because our bottom 6 lines, continue to be really, really impressive. So if we can get those guys going 5-on-5 and create some chances, get some offensive zone time, take the puck away from Tampa's best guys, then we're going to be in a good shape here. But yeah, that is pretty much all I have for this one. Really disappointing outcome there. You would love to get that win, get a 3-1 series lead, but unfortunately that is not what we have here, and we are in a dogfight, which is what everybody expected. So I mean, it's tough to be too disappointed. I mean, like we all know where this series is headed. It's going to be a game 7 or at best a 6 game at this point. So I think we all expected that to be the case, and that's pretty much what we're getting. So as I said before, it's a new series now. It's a best of 3 starting in game 1 on Wednesday in Tampa. So it's going to be a really exciting one. But until then, that is all I have for you guys on this one. Tough loss. Let me know what you think in the comments. I will see you after a big win, 3-2 series lead, and put the Tampa Bay Lightning on the brink of elimination on Wednesday night.